Chosen one, go to your room and close the door. Watch this alone right now. I am calling you away from the noise in this season to make your calling and election sure, because what you are about to receive is not meant to be shared with distracted ears or careless hearts. And if you ignore this moment, something deeply precious may slip past you before you even realize it. You feel this pull inside you right now because I placed it there. It is not random or coincidence. It is my hand guiding you into a quiet place where your spirit can finally hear me clearly. Get alone now. I am calling you into a space where it is just you and me. This message is direct and meant only for you in this moment. My hand is upon you for impact, greatness, and complete fulfillment of the plans, and I am opening a door in your life that requires your full attention and your willing heart. You have been surrounded by noise, pressure, and expectations that never truly belong to you, and it has been draining your spirit slowly. This moment is my invitation to step out of all that and into a quiet place where healing can begin and clarity can return. You are chosen not because you are perfect or because you have done everything right, but because I see something inside you that you have not fully seen yet. I see strength where you feel weak, purpose where you feel lost, and a future greater than your struggles. Before you move, seal this moment. Type, "I receive it" in the comments as your agreement. Then stay with me, because what comes next is where everything begins to shift. You have been questioning your path, wondering if you are going in the right direction, and even feeling like you are falling behind. But nothing in your life has been wasted. There are things I need to say to you that cannot compete with the noise of the world. That is why I asked you to close the door. When you shut out distractions, you begin to hear my voice more clearly and feel my presence more deeply. You begin to understand that you have never been alone, not even for a single moment. Even in your darkest times, when you felt abandoned or forgotten, I was right there with you, watching, protecting, and guiding you. You may not have noticed it then, but there were moments when things could have gone completely wrong, and yet somehow they did not. There were situations where you felt like you were about to break, and yet you found strength you did not know you had. That was not by chance. That was me carrying you when you could not carry yourself. Now I am bringing you into this quiet moment to show you that I am still here, still working, and still leading you forward. I am asking you to listen with your heart, not just your ears. I am speaking to the part of you that has been hurting, tired of trying, and silently hoping for something to change. I see your efforts, even the ones no one else notices. I see the nights you stayed strong and the tears you did not let anyone see. I have not ignored any of it. This moment is not small. You being here, alone and listening, is the beginning of something shifting in your life. I am preparing you for what is coming next, and I need your attention because what is ahead will require faith, patience, and trust. There are doors about to open, but before they do, you must understand who you are and why you were chosen. You are not overlooked, not forgotten, and not behind. You are being prepared in ways you cannot yet fully understand. Every delay, setback, and closed door was part of a process shaping you into who you are meant to become. I have been building something inside you that cannot be shaken by life's storms. There were times you felt like nothing was happening, like your prayers were unheard, and your efforts led nowhere. But behind the scenes, I was aligning things, removing what was not meant for you, and guiding you towards something better. What feels like silence is preparation, and what feels like delay is protection. Before you move on, don't let this moment pass you by. Type, "I trust the process" in the comments as your agreement. Then stay here, because what I'm about to reveal next is what everything has been preparing you for. Now that you are here in this quiet moment, let go of the weight you have been carrying. You do not need to hold on to every worry, fear, and doubt. You do not need to have everything figured out. What you need is to trust me, to believe that I am leading you even when the path is unclear. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking you to stay open, willing, and connected. When you do that, I will guide you step by step into the life meant for you. You will not have to force doors that are not yours, because the ones meant for you will open at the right time. This is why I told you to be alone right now. In this quiet space, you can finally hear the truth without interference, feel my presence without distraction, and begin to see yourself the way I see you. Not broken, not lost, but chosen, loved, and protected. What is coming next will require you to remember this moment when everything became still. Hold on to this feeling because it will anchor you when things begin to shift. And they will shift in ways you may not expect, but in ways that bring you closer to the life prepared for you. This quiet space is not empty. It is filled with my presence, shaping something within you that cannot be undone. There are patterns in your life, moments that repeat, and situations that test you again and again. Nothing has been random or without purpose. I have been allowing certain cycles to reveal what needs to be released, healed, and removed from your future. You have carried memories, disappointments, and words spoken over you that were never true. These have weighed on your spirit and shaped what you believe you deserve. But those weights are not your identity and not your future. You are not defined by what hurt you. You are being refined by what you have endured. There is a shift beginning inside you, even if it feels small right now. It starts in moments like this, where you choose to listen instead of turning away and allow yourself to be still instead of rushing back into noise. This is where clarity begins, where strength is rebuilt, and where your connection with me becomes stronger than your fear. You are not being asked to have all the answers. You are being asked to stay present and to trust that I am guiding you step by step. I know there have been times when you felt like giving up quietly, not in a loud way, but in a slow, tired way where hope started to fade. You kept going on the outside, but inside you felt drained, unsure if anything would truly change. I saw that, and I never turned away from you. In those moments, I stayed close even when you felt distant, and I protected you in ways you did not even recognize at the time. There were decisions you almost made that would have led you down paths not meant for you, and yet something held you back. There were people who could have caused deeper harm, and yet they were removed from your life before they could reach that point. That was not luck. That was my protection moving quietly in your life. I have been guarding you even when you were not aware of it, and I will continue to do so as you move forward. Now, I need you to understand something deeper. You are not just being protected, you are being prepared. Preparation does not always feel comfortable, and it does not always look like progress, but it is essential for what I have planned for you. There are things ahead that require a stronger version of you, a clearer mind, and a heart that trusts me more than it fears uncertainty. You have been growing in ways that cannot be measured by what you see on the surface. Your patience has been stretched, your faith has been tested, and your resilience has been built through moments that felt too heavy to carry. But every one of those moments has been shaping you into someone who can stand firm, even when everything around you feels unstable. You are becoming stronger, even if you do not always feel it. There is also something else I need you to release right now, something that has been quietly holding you back. It is the belief that you have to earn my love or prove your worth before something good can happen in your life. That belief has been weighing on you, making you feel like you have to strive harder, do more, or be better before you can receive what I have for you. But my love is not something you earn. It is something you receive freely and fully. You do not have to prove yourself to me because I already know your heart. I see your intentions, I see your effort, and I see the sincerity in you that others may overlook. What I am asking from you is not perfection, but trust. Trust that I am leading you even when you do not understand the path. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Trust that I am working in ways you cannot yet see. As you sit here in this quiet moment, become aware of something simple but powerful. In those moments, remember this feeling, remember this clarity, and remind yourself that you have already begun to change. Growth is not about never struggling again. It is about choosing a new direction, even when the old one feels easier, and you will have the strength to make that choice because I am with you. I am also preparing you to receive something you have been waiting for, even if you have stopped expecting it. There has been a quiet desire in your heart, something you have not always spoken out loud, but something you have carried within you for a long time. I have not forgotten that desire, and I have not ignored it. I have been aligning the right time, the right conditions, and the right path for it to come into your life. But before it arrives, I needed you to come to this place of understanding. I needed you to recognize your worth, to release certain fears, and to strengthen your trust in me. Because what is coming will require you to step forward with confidence, not hesitation. It will require you to believe that you are ready. Even if a part of you still feels uncertain, you are closer than you think to a breakthrough that will shift how you see your life. It may not come in the way you expect, and it may not look exactly how you imagined, but it will be exactly what you need. When it happens, you will recognize it. Not because it will be loud or obvious, but because it will bring a sense of peace and alignment that confirms it is from me. Do not rush ahead trying to force this moment to happen. Stay where you are. Continue to listen, continue to grow, and continue to trust. Everything is unfolding at the right pace, even if it feels slow to you. What takes time is often what lasts, and what is built carefully is what stands strong. As you continue forward, you will also notice changes in how you see others. You will begin to understand people more deeply, to recognize what they are carrying, and to respond with more patience and compassion. This is part of your growth, part of becoming who you are meant to be. It does not mean you allow everything into your life, but it does mean you begin to see with more wisdom. You are stepping into a new level of awareness, one that will guide your decisions, your relationships, and your direction. This awareness will help you avoid what is not meant for you and move toward what is aligned with your purpose. Trust this process even when it feels unfamiliar because it is leading you exactly where you need to go. You can feel it more clearly now. That quiet awareness growing inside you, steady and undeniable even if you cannot fully explain it yet. This is not something imagined, and it is not something temporary. I am opening your understanding in a deeper way. I am allowing you to see beyond surface distractions and into what truly matters for your life. What you are experiencing right now is the beginning of alignment, where your thoughts, your spirit, and your path start moving in the same direction. There were times when you felt scattered, pulled in different directions, unsure of what to focus on or where to place your energy. You tried to keep up with everything, to meet expectations, to handle responsibilities, and somewhere in that process you lost a sense of yourself. But I am restoring that now, gently bringing you back to a place where you can recognize your own voice again, where you can feel what is right for you without confusion clouding your mind. This clarity will grow stronger the more you stay connected to me. You are entering a season where your discernment will become sharper. You will begin to notice things you once overlooked, to sense what is genuine and what is not, and to recognize when something aligns with your path or when it does not. This will not come from fear or suspicion, but from a quiet knowing that rises within you. That knowing is my guidance, and it will help you make decisions that protect your peace and move you forward with confidence. There will also be moments where you feel a sudden urge to step away from certain environments or conversations. You may not always understand why at first, but trust that feeling. I am guiding you away from what drains you and toward what strengthens you. You do not have to explain every decision you make to others, and you do not have to seek approval for choices that I am placing in your heart. Your path is not meant to be understood by everyone, and that is not something you need to worry about. As this process continues, you may feel moments of loneliness, not because you are alone, but because you are transitioning. You are stepping out of old patterns and into new ones, and that space in between can feel unfamiliar. But do not mistake that feeling for abandonment. I am with you in every step. Even when the path feels quiet, that quiet is not empty. It is filled with my presence, guiding you forward in ways you will soon understand more clearly. You are also becoming more aware of your own value, not in a way that seeks recognition from others, but in a way rooted in truth. Your worth does not change based on how others treat you or what they say about you. Your worth comes from me, and it has always been there, unshaken and unchanging. This understanding will protect you from settling for less than you deserve and from accepting things that do not honor who you are becoming. There are opportunities that will soon come into your life that require this level of understanding. If they had come earlier, you might have doubted yourself or hesitated too much to move forward. But now you are being prepared to recognize them and step into them with a stronger sense of confidence. You will not need to force these opportunities. They will present themselves in a way that feels aligned and clear. Do not be surprised if some things begin to change quickly. When alignment begins, movement follows. Situations that once felt stuck may suddenly shift, and doors that seemed closed may begin to open in unexpected ways. This can feel overwhelming if you are not prepared, but you are being prepared right now. By staying in this moment, by listening, and by trusting, you are building the foundation you need to handle what is coming. I want you to remember something important as you move forward. Not every opportunity is meant to be taken, even if it looks good on the surface. That is why I am strengthening your discernment so you can recognize what is truly for you. What is meant for you will bring peace even if it challenges you, while what is not meant for you will bring confusion even if it appears attractive at first. You are learning to move with intention instead of reaction. You are learning to pause, to listen, and to respond from a place of clarity instead of fear. This shift will change the way you experience your life because you will no longer feel like everything is happening to you. Instead, you will begin to see how everything is working with you, guiding you towards something greater. There is also a deeper level of trust being built within you. It is not the kind of trust that depends on everything going perfectly, but the kind that remains steady even when things are uncertain. This trust will anchor you in moments where you might otherwise feel shaken. It will remind you that you are not alone, that you are guided, and that you are protected in ways you cannot always see. As you continue, you will notice that your priorities begin to shift. Things that once felt urgent may no longer hold the same importance, and things that once seemed small may begin to matter more. This is part of your growth, part of realigning your focus with what truly matters. You are being guided to invest your time and energy into what will bring lasting value, not temporary satisfaction. Stay in this awareness because it will continue to deepen. Do not rush the process or try to force understanding before it is ready. Everything is unfolding at the right time, and you are exactly where you need to be. The more you trust this, the more peace you will feel, and the more clearly you will see the path ahead. There are parts of you that are beginning to awaken, parts that were buried under doubt, fear, and disappointment for a long time. You may have believed those parts were gone or that they would never return, but I never removed them from you. I preserved them, waiting for the right time to bring them back to the surface when you were ready to receive them. Now that time has come, and you can feel it, even if it is only a small spark at the moment. Type 777. If you trust in Jesus, this awakening will not always feel comfortable because it will challenge the way you have been thinking and living. You will begin to question things you once accepted without thought, and you will start to see situations with a clarity that may surprise you. This is not confusion. This is growth. When truth enters your life, it often unsettles what is no longer aligned, and that can feel unfamiliar at first. There will be moments where you feel pulled between what you have known and what you are beginning to understand. One part of you may want to stay where things feel familiar, even if they are not good for you. Another part of you is ready to move forward into something new. This tension is part of the transition, and it is not something to fear. It is a sign that you are changing, that you are no longer willing to settle for what once held you back. I want you to stay with that feeling, not run from it. Do not rush to return to comfort just because it is easier. Growth requires you to sit in that space for a while, to allow the old to fall away and the new to take shape. You are not losing yourself in this process. You are finding who you were always meant to be. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is also something deeper happening that you may not have fully noticed yet. Your sensitivity to my presence is increasing. You are becoming more aware of subtle guidance, of quiet nudges, and of moments where you feel led to act or to pause without fully knowing why. You have spent a long time trying to fit into spaces that were not designed for you. You adjusted yourself, lowered your expectations, and sometimes stayed longer than you should have, hoping things would change. But now, you are learning that not every space is meant to hold you, and not every connection is meant to continue. This is not loss, it is refinement. I am making room in your life for what truly belongs, and that requires releasing what does not. And now you understand, this is not the end of something. It's the beginning of who you're becoming, what you felt here. This clarity, this stillness, this quiet strength rising inside you, don't ignore it when you step back into the noise, because the world will try to pull you back into old patterns, old doubts, and old versions of yourself. That's the real test. Will you go back, or will you move forward? You don't need to have everything figured out tonight. You just need to make one decision, that you are no longer the same person who walked into this moment. So, before you leave, seal this shift. Type, I choose growth in the comments. Not for me, but as a declaration to yourself that you're done playing small, done doubting, and ready to step into what's been waiting for you. And if this message reached you at the right time, don't disappear now. Stay connected. Because what comes next will go deeper, and you're going to need it for where you're headed. This is just the beginning.